Hey guys, it's Skulk3 and welcome to part 7 of Let's Play the Blackwell Convergence. In the last part, we went and spoke to Claude Erdin about the Dark Lady, the Countess, and he sounded like he had some ideas and thoughts on his mind about it. And then she turned up and she strangled him and threw him off a roof. So, you know, could have gone a little better. So we should probably go and see how Josie is holding up.
Let's go.
Because
alright, I'm coming.
The main artist of her gallery dying probably going to have had a little bit of impact, well, A, on herself, because she knew the guy, and B, on the gallery itself, because, you know, it's a bit of a dramatic change there. What's up, Josie?
Hi, Josie.
Rosangela, gosh, what a horrible night.
Are you okay?
I'm
just gonna talk like this?
Poor
That's
Claude,
fine.
I had no idea what the show was doing to him.
What do you mean?
Well, he killed himself, didn't he? Oh, he grumbled a lot, but I thought deep down he liked the attention. Still, at least his work shall live on.
Well, I don't know why this is happening. I thought she would walk over, but sure, this is fine.
You're keeping the gallery open?
Of course. Everything here is completely sold out.
Really?
That painting behind you? Yesterday, I couldn't give it away. Today, I'm being offered $5,000 for it.
That's horrible.
That's business, I'm afraid. I feel bad for Claude, but, well, I have debts. I have investors to pay back.
Lucky for you, he died.
That's not fair. I've known Claude for years. I liked him a lot. He never felt his work would be seen by anybody, and now people believe his work has value. That's something, isn't it?
If you think so. What will you do with the money?
Well, a percentage of it will go to my investors. As for the rest, I don't know. I could sponsor another artist like Claude, or I could give it to charity. I'll need to think about it.
Okay, that sounds like a pretty serious thing. We'll
Bye, Josie.
leave you to
Good
that.
luck with, well, everything.
Sure, bye.
So, I mean, as terrible as it sounds, I suppose at least she'll be able to fix her debts with this. But that reminds me of one thing. When we were talking to the people over at the Meltzer Foundation, we mentioned this lady right here,
Come
Monique
in.
Stahlman. A lot of people whose names I don't quite know how to pronounce.
Hello. Again?
And he was dodging the question quite a bit. So let's see if we can get any more honest answers from her.
Have you ever heard of a
Oh, we
reporter
can ask
named
about Joseph Mitchell, to which she's going to
Sorry,
respond, no idea. So that's also good, Rosa, why not?
What do you know about the Meltzer Foundation?
Why, are you looking for a loan?
Maybe. You deal with them?
They invested in our last film.
Water Under the Bridge?
That's the one.
I assume they got their money back since the film was such a success.
Not that it's any of your business, but yes, they did.
So that then means two businesses in which they have invested. Someone's been killed by the Countess, and as a direct result of that death, they've got a lot of money. That's a little suspicious.
Thanks for the chat, Monique.
Sure.
Might have to go and have a talk with the guys over at the Meltzer Foundation. But also, we still have to chase up the research we were doing from Claude, because our main priority needs to be stopping the Countess, so maybe now there'll be something at Roosevelt Island we can look into. It's the Countess! Oh, no, it's Man.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Rotten day to be out, huh?
I've seen worse.
What brings you out here?
None of your business.
Pretty cool lighthouse, huh?
If you say so.
I get the feeling this isn't going anywhere.
Could I ask you a couple of questions?
And who are you, may I ask?
Rosangela Blackwell, nice to meet you.
Why do you want to talk to me?
I'm wondering if anything unusual happened here.
Like
Unusual
ghosts!
like what?
Just anything unusual.
Ghosts.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay, this isn't gonna go anywhere.
Nice mug.
Uh-huh.
What's written on it?
Mind your own business.
Interesting.
Well, see you around.
Uh-huh.
Well, Rosa can't find out what's written on it.
Oh, sorry. I was just curious about your mug.
Mind your own business.
Well, if she can't see the mug, maybe Joey can get a good look. Because he can fly!
The mug has a company logo on it. It says Gold Tech? No idea what that is.
Okay. That sounds like a potential lead. And when we get potential leads, you know where we go. To the internet! Very gradually. So let's grab our old friend Oogle. And, by the way, if Oogle is clearly meant to be based on Google, then why isn't B-mail like O-mail? Are they meant to be different companies in this one? Either way, Gold Tech. John Goldwater. Okay. Roosevelt Island Lighthouse. And Marty Goldwater. So that sounds like the man we saw there. I'm gonna see if we can find out anything else about John Goldwater, but probably... Nope. How about Marty? Does he bring up anything? Nope. Also, if I recall correctly, you can look up Charming. This is from last time. Yeah, it gets a little note, but it's not relevant to this game. It's still a cute little Easter egg to find. In any case, now that we know
I'm ready if you are.
of Marty Goldwater...
Yeah, let's blow this popsicle stand.
Maybe we can get a little more information, because he doesn't sound like he's satisfied with, well, anything really. So maybe we can find out why.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Marty Goldwater?
Yeah, who are you?
Rosangela Blackwell.
He literally said
What do
this.
you want?
Your son. I heard what happened.
You knew my boy?
No, but I'm looking into it.
You with the police?
No, but I'm sort of freelance.
Well, you can't do any worse than those worthless cops have. So sure, be whatever you want.
I get the feeling that's a line that happens in a lot of, like, freelance police stuff. It's just like, you're working with the police? No. Well, you can't be doing any worse than they are. Which is, I've heard of worse reasons, I guess, to open up to people.
How exactly was he killed? The newspaper didn't say.
His neck was crushed. They said he was choked.
But there were no bruises on his neck.
I never heard of anything like it.
Crushed.
Yeah,
We've heard
Do you
of
have
something
any
like
theories
that.
of your own?
of course I do. It was his rival company that did it. Lazarus Technology. They did it, but I can't prove it.
Lazarus Technology, that's, I guess, another thing we're going to need to be looking up. But
Why do
maybe-
you think this other company is involved?
Look, my boy was a genius. He ran a medical technology firm not far from here as one of their chief researchers. He was making a device that can improve the efficiency of pacemakers. A real breakthrough, he said. But this other firm, Lazarus, was working on the same thing. It was a real race to see who'd finish it first. He didn't eat, he hardly slept, he poured his life into his work. Then one night he called me to say he had finished. He wanted to celebrate. That was the last time I talked to him.
He was killed that night?
Yes, and a few days later the device was registered by Lazarus. No justice, none at all.
Okay, Lazarus Technology, that sounds like another
Well,
thing to
see
look
you
into.
around.
Uh-huh.
So, back we go again! Back to our good friend Oogle, who knows all the answers, except for a lot of the really commonly searched things. Knows the answers to very specific things that we need to look up at different points in our lives. In any case, Lazarus Technology.
Here we go. Lazarus Technology.
Phone number. Well, fortunately we have a phone, so let's try using that.
Those are fine where they are.
No, Rosa. The phone, not
Thank
the
you for
billboard.
calling Lazarus Technologies. Please choose from the following options. For general information about Lazarus Technologies, press 1. To inquire about our products, press 2. To speak to an operator, press 3.
I'm not entirely sure what we're looking for, so I don't know if an operator would be a good idea. Let's hear about the
If you would
product.
like to request a product catalogue, please speak to a customer representative.
Okay, that doesn't sound super important. How about...
Lazarus Technologies is the world's leader in biomedical and biomechanical engineering. We supply research and development to hospitals and clinics throughout the world. Lazarus Technologies is supported by a generous grant from the Meltzer Foundation.
3 for 3 then. Again, someone is funded by Meltzer, gets killed in extraordinary circumstances, or dies in some way. Not that extraordinary, but we know they're extraordinary, because being strangled by a ghost, not the most common cause of death, I'm gonna go out on a limb. And so the person dies, and then the person who invested makes a lot of money out of that.
You ready to go?
Alright,
we
I'm
need to
coming.
go and have a talk with the guys over at Meltzer. Maybe they can help clear this up. Or that can happen. That also works.
Yes,
Hi, me again.
go right in.
We're just here to accuse you of shenanigans.
I heard you were at the gallery last night.
Yes,
And you saw what happened?
yes.
Wow. Just wow. What would possess a guy to do a thing like that, huh?
Not now,
I
antivirus.
don't know.
Well, enough doom and gloom. What can I help you with?
Sorry about that.
It looks like the Park Gallery is going to be successful now.
Yes, Josie certainly has had her work cut out for her.
So do you. Her profits are your profits.
Yes, there is that.
And all it cost was one man's death.
Now that's unfair. What do you expect us to do? Give back the money? We're a private foundation. Money has to come in order for money to go out.
Someone died. Doesn't that bother you?
Sure, it bothers me. Death is a horrible thing. But I don't see what it has to do with us.
Well, one case, maybe not. But
Monique told me that you invested in CubeStar Films.
Monique, oh yes, she's the executive producer, isn't she?
Yes.
She's doing a great job. That place is earning money hand over fist.
again, after someone died. Speaking of...
I heard that your foundation gave money to Lazarus Technologies.
Oh, yes. That was one of our first success stories.
Doesn't that strike you as odd at all?
CubeStar Films became successful after Frank Lyons died.
Did they? I suppose they did.
That benefits you too, doesn't it?
Oh, I see where this is going.
2 men dead? That doesn't sound fishy to you.
Should it? What kind of men do you take us for? I have sympathy for that artist, but he was obviously unstable. And as for Frank Lyons, he died of natural causes. You'll need more evidence than that if you want to convince me of anything.
How about a third case?
I learned something interesting about Lazarus Technologies. It rose to success on the shoulders of a murdered man.
That's a strong thing to say.
It's true. His company was an inch away from beating Lazarus, but then he was killed.
Even if this is true.
It is true. You can look it up.
Even still, I don't see how this is our fault.
Let me break it down for you, Paul. Frank Lyons dies, and CubeStar Films becomes successful overnight. Claude Erdin commits suicide, and now the Park Gallery is selling priceless works of art. John Goldwater dies, and Lazarus Technologies becomes rich and powerful. All these companies are represented by you. Don't you see how this looks?
This is a total coincidence. I'm sure of it.
Is it?
It is. And I'll tell you another thing. I don't like these accusations. I think you should leave.
I am going to get to the bottom of this.
Maybe you will, but it has nothing to do with us. Now go, before I call the police.
Come on, let's blow and let him stew for a while.
We're still not done here, though. We'll find out what's going on.
Yeesh.
She's crazy.
Crazy with teeth. You gotta watch out for women like that, Scooter.
Scooter, you haven't called me that since we were kids.
Really? Maybe I should start calling you that again.
Whatever.
Gee, that's some handy information to know. I don't think you need to stay for this, Joey. I think we got all we need to know out of that. Because as you might recall, when we were yesterday investigating into Paul's email, we found out the password for Charlie's was also the name that he used to call him as a kid. So, if we can assume that Paul M is Paul Meltzer, then we can presume that Charles M is Charles Meltzer. Scooter.
Charles doesn't get a lot of emails, it seems. There's just a bunch of names in his inbox. Frank Lyons, John Goldwater, Claude Erdin. Joey, look at this. It's like a hit list of everyone who was killed by the Countess.
So Charlie was writing about each of the victims. I knew there was something fishy about that place. Come on, let's go back there and talk to him.
What on earth do we say?
Think of something, kid. History is repeating itself, and I don't... What was that?
It looks like his inbox is being updated.